an original by Henry Collins. Welcome to Shapeville. It's full of shapes with special powers. The power of these shapes is to transform into things of their shape. Whoa! This is Circle. She's rolling down a hill. Whoa, now I'm getting dizzy. Right now she's a tire with her hands and legs inside her, circle. Ah! That's Triangle. Circle, don't run me over! Triangle ducks down and then realizes what she looks like. She puts her hands and legs inside her triangle and then changes shape. You see, triangles, unlike circles, but like most other shapes, can change their form kind of. There's acute angle triangles, which have pointy tops, but the one that triangle was changing into was an obtuse angle triangle, which had wide bottom. The obtuse angled part with the wide two diagonal lines from the point was furthest away from Circle, while the big long wide bottom was pointing diagonally up. When Circle saw what was going on, he screamed out to Triangle, "Triangle, no!" Then, whoosh! She went up the ramp that Triangle had made, and she began to scream, "Ah!" Her hands and legs popped out again, but then when she saw what she was heading for, she quickly put them back in. She was heading for a basketball court where some of her friends were playing. Semicircle and Octagon were playing a game of basketball, 1v1. The court they were playing on had a wrecked backboard, so Rectangle was there to make that backboard alive. "Hey, Circle, don't run me over!" Rectangle yelled out. Circle was heading straight for Rectangle, and the game was going on. Octagon and Semicircle had no idea that Rectangle was screaming out, and so they continued their game of one-on-one. Semicircle stole the ball off Octagon and passed him. "Oi!" Octagon yelled. "Stop!" he said, jumping up in the air and pulling his legs and arms into himself. But it was no use. Semicircle threw the ball up in the air and flipped himself upside down so that the flat bit was pointing to the sky. Then Semicircle had a little dark shade on where the flat bit was. He was a ball. The ball fell into the ball, and the momentum of the ball flung it over the backboard. "That's not what I meant to do," said Semicircle, putting himself back to normal. Circle pulled her arms and Circle flew into the net. "Swish!" she yelled. Everyone began to giggle. "Hi, everyone!" yelled Square, their friend. "I've brought a picnic. Want to join me?" Triangle, Semicircle, Circle, and Rectangle joined Square in the picnic. "Hey," said Square, "Octagon, won't you join us?" No thanks, I'm going for a bit of a walk, said Octagon sadly. See, most shapes, like triangle and circle, can turn into lots of things and have really good options. Like triangle and her round, or circle and her basketball. Even rectangle, square, and semicircle had lots of options, but not octagon. No, no, no. Of course, octagon could go irregular, which means as long as he has 8 corners and 8 sides, he's still an octagon, but that doesn't make him or any other shape feel right whenever they do it. So he likes sticking to the regular octagon, which doesn't normally get him anywhere. Sad, but true. The best thing he can pull off is a stop sign, but no one ever listens to him when he says stop. Of course, he was aware that other shapes didn't have many options. Like hexagon only really had a snowflake and the little biscuit shapes. And how trapezium only had an elephant stand, or how pentagon only had a house, or palabra parallelogram. How parallelogram could only really be a tongue twister. Octagon decided that he needed to tell someone that he was sad, so he got to work. He started by telling Hexagon. Hey Hexagon, he said, it always bothers me how I'm only a stop sign, and I just wanted to... Ah! Screamed Hexagon. Do you know how hard it is that every single day I float away in the sky as a snowflake, thud down because of the stupid gravity, and then have to be eaten because I look like a shaped biscuit? Sorry, said Octagon. Didn't know he was being offensive. Hexagon jumped up in frustration to try and get all that anger out, but accidentally put her hands and legs and arms and feet and all that stuff inside the hexagon. It floated away as a snowflake. Oh no, not again. Octagon didn't realize that it made her so mad. He was mad that he was a octagon because he thought that that stuff and all the other stuff he was thinking about earlier was cool and fun to do all day, every day, but clearly not to Hexagon. He went to Trapezium, who was really not having a good day. He told Trapezium about it, and then Trapezium told him that he never likes his day either. I'm always having elephant stand on me. I mean, sure, it gets me fit, but I feel like it's bursting. I feel like I've gotten a lot smaller in the past, I don't know, lifetime. Aren't you supposed to get taller as you get older? Trapezium sighed. Then Parallelogram came over. Well, it's not much fun being a tongue twister either. Sure, it's kind of funny that the only thing I can be is a tongue twister, but it's not fun People are always getting my name wrong. When Octagon left, he felt kind of sad. The zoo was a great place, but Trapezium clearly didn't like how there were so many elephants there. Yep, they were at the zoo. Parallelogram and Trapezium at the zoo. Having not a good time. When Octagon then came across some other shapes, he did actually decide to have a walk like he told his friends, but he sort of heard all these other shapes talking to themselves. Rhombus. Ugh, so what? I look like a diamond and I'm not shiny. I'm a shape, like every other shape. Pentagon. Pentagon. A house with no chimney? Who likes a house with no chimney? Clearly, no one. Love heart. Yeah, sure, I love stuff, and I love love, but every single day, I just want to be a bit more than that. He thought to himself that none of this really seemed good. He clearly did. Octagon realized that he wasn't the only one who had this kind of life. Then he hadn't not too bright, not too amazing and brilliant, but definitely a good idea. He quickly ran together all the shapes. First up, Love Heart. Hey, where are we going? Said Love Heart. You'll see, said Octagon. Then Pentagon. So we're going where? Asked Pentagon. You'll see, said Octagon. Luckily he came across Rhombus. Yo, Rhombus, he called out. Come with me. Why should I come with you? Said Rhombus, definitely in a bad mood. 'Cause we're going to have some fun. Oh, I like fun, said Rhombus, and she followed. Panted Love Heart. Why do we need to run so fast? She said, using the last of her breath. Because there's a few more stops we need to make before the thing that you guys have been asking. You mean where we're going? said Pentagon. Exactly, said Octagon. He stopped back at the zoo and really quickly asked Trapezium and Parallelogram to come with him. Hurry, we don't have much time. Who knows what's about to happen to him? To who? Asked Trapezium. If my calculations are correct, Hexagon won't have landed yet, which means we have just enough time to save him. Save him from what? Everyone asked. Octagon explained that there's lots of dangerous stuff around that would very happily eat a shape, and being a hexagon, they would mistake him for a snowflake. They would mistake him for a shape, then a snowflake. The good news is that Hexagon was about to land. The bad news is she was about to land in the mouth of a hungry-looking lion. The Octagon quickly spotted him and then decided that it was time to act. He jumped into the cage just as the lion was about to pounce onto Hexagon. He yelled, "Hey lion, come over here!" The lion quickly turned his head, and his mane flicked Hexagon, who then got caught up by another breeze of wind, flying south, Octagon called back to his friends. "Don't worry about me. You go save him." "Okay," said Pentagon, and they all ran away. Now Octagon was in the lion's den with a hungry lion who was running straight for him. Octagon jumped up in the air, pulled his arms and legs in with him, and said, "Stop!" He was really thinking to himself, "Oh my God, I just killed myself." But actually, the lion stopped. The lion stopped, thought Octagon. Then, slowly but surely, climbed his way up the rocks on to the footpath and chased after his friends, who were chasing after Hexagon, who then got caught, and they all went to the picnic. I was beginning to worry we weren't going to finish all this food," said Square. "But now I'm beginning to worry we won't have enough to feed everyone." The end.